Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Jennifer's Perspective. And this afternoon, my very special guest is Miss Lauren Zisa Samulka, the Executive Director of the Hackensack Chamber of Commerce. And with Lauren's mission and the Hackensack Regional Mission, the Regional Chamber of Commerce's mission is to promote vitality and business success in our area and to assist our members to maximize their competitive business advantage and enhance the value of our community as a place to work, live, and invest through leadership and shared vision of excellence. Now, Lauren, say hello and introduce yourself to everyone and just tell us a little bit about yourself and how just a little like backstory regarding what you did before becoming the executive director of the Hackensack Chamber of Commerce.
Sure. So thank you for having me today. It's very
You're
exciting.
welcome.
So my name is Lauren Zisa, and I'm the Executive Director of the Hackensack Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about the chamber when I started my first business in 2003. It's been a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And my
Mm-hmm.
business then was the county seat newspaper. And so we got involved with the chamber. And after a little bit, I ended up on the board. And really, the chamber is what helped me build that business. So as a result, I learned, the benefits of the chamber, how you got to know the other businesses, what it meant to really become involved in the community. And
Mm-hmm.
then years later, the woman who was the executive director, who I worked very, very closely with, was retiring. And
Mm-hmm.
I was in the process of closing that business at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
she said to me, you have 2 kids, you've been involved here a really long time. This is a perfect job for you. Just for a little while, she said. That was years ago. So I've been the executive director ever since, and I
Mm-hmm.
still have another business, but I really enjoy working with the chamber. I love working with all the businesses, and certainly my job has changed this year. How we're working with the businesses and how we find ways to help them.
Now, how did you start? What did you do before becoming the director, the executive director of the Hackensack Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I was on the board for years, and while
Uh-huh.
I was on the newspaper,
Now, when did you start the newspaper?
2003.
2003. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay then. So can you tell us a little bit about that and how did you start the newspaper and you still had young babies at the
I
time?
didn't have any babies then.
Okay.
I was only 23 then. So what happened was my family is fairly political.
Mhm.
And the one thing when you're a politician is that the press can write anything they want, and there's nothing
Mhm.
you can do about it. And so we sat down as a family and said, what if we started our own press? And here I was 23 years old and thinking I was working in
Wow.
finance. And my dad said, you could do this. And so we started a newspaper in our home.
Mhm.
And the newspaper was not at all political. It was really
Mhm.
community-based. So
Mhm.
we talked about things that were happening in Hackensack and the surrounding areas, similar to the
Mhm.
and we talked about the kids' baseball games and their garbage schedule and what the city council was doing and what buildings were going up and things like that. And so instead of having a political feel like many of the news outlets do, we just had a community feel. And
Mhm.
our tagline actually was "Good news travels fast."
And this is how you got to know a lot of the businesses within the area.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, what are some of the benefits of being a member of the Hackensack Chamber of Commerce?
So the benefits can be different for every kind of business. It
Mhm.
depends on what you're looking to get out of it. So
Mhm.
certainly the first benefit for me was being a good member of the community. And
Mhm.
it helped me to, just become involved, learn who did what in our city. By being in the chamber, I had the ability to talk to the mayor or to get to know the people at PSE&G and the hospital. So I was able to become sort of in the know, I guess. right away.
Mm-hmm.
You sit at a board meeting and you get to meet people, learn what's really happening around you. So that's
Mm-hmm.
one benefit. Now, of course, most people, when they think of a business organization, they're thinking of, how can they grow their business? So of course, that's the primary benefit. My job, at least at the chamber, is to help other businesses find ways to meet perfect customers, to meet their suppliers, to connect with people.
Mm-hmm. The microphone. The microphone.
I don't know how to fix it.
Okay. Let's see. Is it the computer?
It might be.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Let's see. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 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 Okay. Now, to get involved in the community and the benefits of becoming a member of the chamber. Now, you have several events that is coming up.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
So we have one tomorrow. I'm very, very excited about tomorrow. Maybe too excited, Jennifer. So I'm working with county and state agencies. Oh, actually, not all government. County and state agencies who help the businesses with funding, grants and loans, hiring, training, site development, anything that you can think of that a business could possibly need in the state of New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, and more so in Bergen County, but there'll be agencies on this call that will be able to help across the state as well. And what we found is that the business people, obviously, you're all very busy in your businesses, working in your business every day. Your expertise is not filling out a loan application or learning the grant process or managing all of the things that are happening this year. So the idea of this webinar tomorrow is to bring the agencies to you, to say, here's what's being offered today, and here's how you get in touch with us. Because I think that when you realize you're in need of a grant or a loan, you are often overwhelmed. We also learned that many of the business owners where English is not their first language, this process is very, very difficult. So this is actually being offered in English and in Spanish. And so we have people who are going to translate on the spot, but also many of the people who registered, I don't think Spanish will help them either. So once we learn who's on the call, we'll be able to find other translators to help them. So are you having a hard time hearing me again?
I think it's when you move back from the microphone. Okay. So can you tell me just so that just to repeat basically what it is that the benefit of the program and what it is and the resources that are available to the businesses and the community?
Sure. So it's called Resources for Recovery Aurora, which means now. And it's a coalition of advocates coming together to help business owners overcome disruption in their small business due to Corona or COVID. And so it's going to be local and state programs that have services available today. And tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And the speakers are going to be me, of course, Commissioner Jermaine Ortiz, Joanne Samulka and Glenn Gardner, and they're from the Bergen County Set Aside Program for Minority, Women, and Veteran-Owned Businesses. Vince Beccari from the Small Business Development Center, Tammy Malinelli and Ann Wallman from the Bergen County Job Center, Melanie Willoughby from the New Jersey Business Action Center, Christina Fuentes from the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, and Heidi Castellan from SCORE. And so what's important to know is we're going to try very hard to keep this program controlled so everybody will be able to introduce themselves, but all the business owners are going to have an opportunity to ask questions of anyone there. And at the end of the program, I'm going to have breakout rooms. So if you realize that you need to talk to SCORE about business counseling or Ann Woman about hiring, you can go directly into one of these breakout rooms and ask specific questions. You'll be able to get their contact information to, follow up with them, later in the day or something. So I think for business owners, this is really great because they can really find the connection, the direct connection that they need to get help.
Now, what would be available to them? You're going to give them information regarding funding, grants, and loans that are available to them?
So there's There's certainly grants and loans that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then SCORE and the SBDC both do no-cost consulting. So let's say you're building a business plan or you realize you need social media help, you can actually, set up and have mentors walk you through it and meet with you every week. And then hopefully, as the pandemic ends, many of the businesses will be looking to hire again. And so the Bergen County Job Center helps with finding the candidates, training your employees. There's so many choices. So I think that there's going to be just about anything that you can think of on this call tomorrow.
Okay. Now, let's see. How long have the Chamber of Commerce, Hackensack Chamber of Commerce, been established? It's been established since when?
1933.
Now, 1933. Since 1933, a lot has happened since then.
Certainly. So when chambers first came about, you were really doing business in your own little town, right? What's changed is that you no longer have to do business within your square mile. So the chambers of commerce, many of them, become regional. So we don't cover just the Hackensack city itself. We cover towns around the city. And then you have the opportunity to meet other business owners, learn from them, do business with them, hopefully make more money.
Okay. And can you give us the .coms and the information that they can either register, because from what I understand that you have so many attendees already and people are still registering and registering and registering.
But because it's virtual, there's no end. As many people that want to come are welcome. You can register at hackensackchamber.org/events. Or if for some reason they're having a hard time on the website, you can email me at info@hackensackchamber.org.
Awesome. Now, do you have any more golden nuggets for us before we end the interview?
Well, the chamber is trying very hard to offer meaningful programs to the businesses. So, for example, last Friday, we had a program with a lawyer from Cole Schatz. She was fantastic. And she gave us an hour of legal advice on how to handle what's going on with the vaccine, bringing your employees back to the office. So we're hoping to do an update on that soon. We offer networking every month. The women's networking, as you know, is one of my favorites. We have a virtual beefsteak dinner coming. And then, of course, we are looking to plan for the future, hoping to be in person in May and June.
Awesome. Well, Lauren, thank you so very much. Thank you for being my guest. Thank you so much for sharing the information with us and the community. And I guess we will see you at the next event.
Okay. Thank you so much,
then. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
You're welcome. Bye. Don't go. Where'd she go? Don't go anywhere, Lauren.